Hello and welcome to the second episode of Living with a Mazda MX-5, where today I'm at Thruxton Circuit because I am going on their Skidpan. I'm going to give it a good go in the Mazda MX-5, get sideways and hopefully have some decent fun. So I'm going to attach a few GoPros to the car and get going. Apologies for the wind noise, it is rather windy this morning, so apologies for that. So I'm going to try and get some decent shots. I'm going to attach this camera to a tripod because sadly I haven't got anyone to help me film today, so this is going to go on a tripod. Hopefully I can get you some fantastic exterior shots, but without further ado, let's get going. So a Mazda MX-5 and a scenario where I'm going to be sliding. What could possibly go wrong? Oh yeah. So after lots of faffing about with the GoPro, which was not stressful at all, but in the Mazda MX-5 I'm joined by Lorne, who works for Thruxton Racing Circuit, and he's hopefully going to teach me how to control the Mazda MX-5 in slippery conditions. So without further ado, let's get going. Right, so this should be interesting. Gonna need the wipers on. Right, so heading towards the green cone.
That's it. Use it as a big slalom.
And then going left or...
That's straight down to the bottom. You're going to go clockwise around the yellow curves. That's it. I'll stick to second gear, just leave it in second. Don't worry about changing.
Whoa!
Yeah.
There's the first spin out the way.
Doubling the throttle. If you double the throttle, what you'll find is the first hit of the throttle will get the back end just moving a bit.
Yep. And then just leave it.
And then if you hit it a second time, because you've already got the momentum, it just whips the back end round on you.
Right. So tap it, then just leave it.
Yeah, that's it. But when you're going to get back on the throttle, turn the wheel the opposite way to where you want to go.
Yeah.
Which will arrest that back end movement.
Yeah. And then back around.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just turn around there.
Yeah.
What I would say is when you get down the bottom this time, just do some loops of the yellow cones and just get a feel for it.
Yeah.
Try anti-clockwise if you want.
Yeah.
You'll find the cambers on here will do strange things to your car. There you go.
Whoa.
Okay.
Just a bit of understeer there.
Yeah. So what you find if you get that level of understeer, just give the throttle a quick blip.
Yeah.
That will force the back end round.
Yeah.
And push the front
like
into line where you want to go. That's it.
Yeah.
But it's a nice crisp straight on and off on that throttle.
Too much throttle there.
Yeah. Don't
keep it on.
Don't linger because that will push the back end down.
Exactly, and then it would just be too much.
Yeah. Too much. You've overcooked the steering.
Damn, yeah.
Just particularly with rear wheel drive, steering input can be as detrimental as too much throttle.
Yeah.
You tend to find that if you know, to get around there, you should only need half, possibly just past halfway on your steering up to that turn. Any more than that, if it won't go, then undo it. That's it. And then go back in. And the thing is, you just take it nice and steady because no one learns anything in a car at 90 miles an hour.
No.
So just nice and steady and then increase your speed as you get a bit of feel for it.
Exactly. Because when I did the drifting, I was only in the car 15 minutes, so I couldn't really get a feel, and by the time I was sort of getting the hang of it,
that's better.
By the time I was getting the hang of it, it's like, oh, it's over now. It's like, oh, but I want to do more.
Yeah.
Oh, no, damn it.
Too much. You can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel it. If you've hit the bump stop, you've gone way past the bump.
Literally, I thought,
because all it was doing, it was understeering.
Yeah.
So it just with the rear wheel drive.
I just stayed on the throttle too long.
Yeah.
Just stayed on it too long.
Well, and you overcut the steering. You hit the bump stop. You went all the way on the steering.
Full lock. I feel like Bambi trying to walk.
I mean, bearing in mind, this whole thing has been built to catch you out.
Well, it's doing that several times.
Well, that's why if you realise there's different inclines, there's cambers.
I think I've spun more times than I've actually gone forward. Keep setting off in bloody first gear. Now, I'm not afraid to admit that each time I turned in, I pretty much ended up sliding, spinning and facing the wrong way, and I felt like a bit of a pleb. But as the session went by, I was able to get more coaching and guidance from Lorne, and I was able to improve, and hopefully you'll be able to see that as this video goes on. It's just trying to put all the pieces together, isn't it? I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it is like a jigsaw. So the steering input's fine, but I've still got understeer, so I need more throttle, but not too much, because
that's it. Don't be too keen on your steering. You're throwing the car around, which is going to unsettle it.
Yeah.
Just slow your steering down. When you do that correction, just hesitate, let the car settle, and then turn it.
Right. So like that, and then do that.
Yeah,
like that.
That's it.
So not be so gung ho with it. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So obviously got a bit of understeer, blip of throttle.
Yeah.
Not too much, not too much.
But turn the wheel at the same time.
Right.
Because blipping the throttle is just going to kick the back end round.
So you got
by
to get
pointing
that
the wheel the
counter
opposite way. Yeah. The counter steering is going to arrest that movement and just give you enough that you need.
So do you counter steer as you're blipping for throttle up?
Bang on. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Gav, I think I was just trying to get the order right in my head. Right. Okay.
People try and over-engineer driving. Driving's very simple.
Yes, and that's my problem. I overthink things.
Well, if you think of the amount of idiots you encounter on public roads that have got driving licences, it can't be difficult, can it? That's it.
I think the thing is with me, I just need to do it rather than think about it.
Yeah.
So I'm literally going to go with the flow. I'm going to make mistakes, but I just want to do it. I just literally want to. Damn it! Oh, blimey, that's quite a big one. I think it's easier for me. Second gear. I think it's easier for me
practice
just to do it
again. Yeah.
So I'm going to keep stum for a few moments. I'm just going to, well, literally drive and just get a feel for it. So I just want to focus on what I'm doing rather than talking. Oh, just about held that. Not overly elegant though. I'm not going to win any prizes for that. So I just want to feel what the car's doing. It's too much steering. Too much steering. Catch it, catch it, catch it. There we go. Yep. So it's going to be jerky, but
and just don't quit.
I just want to just feel the car, just listen to it, listen to what it's doing, and try and
straighten your wheel up.
Right, not quite spin. Trying to feel what it's doing, and that's the great thing about cars like this, that you can really feel what the car's doing.
Yeah, you get a massive amount of feedback in there.
Yeah. Flip the throttle, not too much, not too much.
Turn it at the same time. That's it.
Be too cautious.
That's it. Get all the way around and then build your throttle in tiny little increments. That's it, just concentrate on getting on and off the throttle and work the steering wheel.
So on average, how long would it take for a normal idiot like me to, oh blimey, that's actually almost good. How long would it take for average idiot to not so much master this, but get to a point where they don't look like an idiot?
Well, most people, I mean, we operate, 1 hour sessions really. Most people will get it in that sort of time. They'll get a feel for or a much improved, It's like with most things.
That wasn't too bad.
It's just down to practice, but most people definitely after an hour session will walk away with a much better feel than they had when they started.
Oh yeah, and hopefully that will ring true for me as well. Just trying to be a bit more delicate with it. Just almost treating the controls as if they were made of glass. Just being really...
Rear wheel drive, it's all about that finesse on the throttle.
Yeah. You know when you're concentrating, when the tongue starts coming out.
Yeah. I was saying earlier, don't quit, just stay with it. You never know when it's going to come back.
Like that.
Yeah. Get the nose pointed that one. Point the nose that one. That's it. And again, get it pointed over. Now stay on it. Good. Point it that way.
You see that that makes more sense to me when you say that.
Good.
Now, as you can probably imagine, this surface is super slippery, and the next clip really highlights just how slippery it is when I was only applying a fraction of a throttle. Whoa. Throttle. Lord almighty, I barely touched the throttle then. All I did was curl my toe. All hell's breaking loose behind me. It's really good exercise because it's all about really trying to listen to what the car's trying to tell you. And most of the time it looks like I'm not listening. Oh, tongue's back. Oh, it's back again. Understeer again, look at that.
Give the throttle a blip. That's it. Keep with it. See?
God, I don't know how I held that. I thought I put too much throttle in, I thought it was just going to spin out.
No, because you turn the wheel the opposite way, it arrested the amount of movement you got.
Yeah. So sadly, we're coming towards the end of the session now. Lorne has been very gracious with his time. He's got other bits to do. He's got business to be getting on with. Oh, there we are. So it's been a really good session. It has been at times frustrating, but that's only because I want to get it right. And something like this, you can't just pick it up and do it correct first time. We've been doing this for about 40 minutes now, give or take, and I'm still spinning. So it's definitely something I'd like to do. Wheel spin. It's definitely something I'd like to do again. But yeah, if you think this kind of thing is easy and you think, I can do that, chances are you can't. I'm not going to say I'm the greatest driver in the world, because I'm not. Because if I was, I'd be in motorsport and not doing this. But this is bloody difficult, because the single components are fine, but trying to put them together is difficult. That's where it starts to unravel. I'm good. So yeah, it's been a fantastic experience. I'd like to thank Thruxton Racing for giving me the time, and of course letting me use a Skidpan. It's been great fun. It's been a really good experience to learn what the Mazda's like when it gets sideways, and yeah, so like I say, we're coming towards the end now, probably about another 5 minutes if that. Oh, that wasn't too bad. So yeah, Lorne, what are your thoughts? Do you think I've got any better, or am I just as crap as when I first got in the car?
No, without a doubt, you've definitely got a much better feel for it. You can feel you're turning in, your throttle control improved massively.
I'm going to try and spin while you're not talking, because that's going to undermine what you're saying. Yeah, you're doing really well, and then I spin.
Well, that's the curse of the commentator. Happens in every field of sport.
Yeah. But I do feel like I'm getting more of a feel for it. But like with most things, you just understeer. There we go. Like with most things, you just start to get the hang of it. It's like, oh, we're finished now. It's like, no, can I stay here forever? I'm gonna pitch a tent and just live here and just slide the MX-5 every day. But it's been absolutely fantastic. Definitely something I'd recommend. Thruxton do offer these kind of experiences. You can either do it in their cars. You've got the Toyota GT86, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. Do it in front wheel or rear wheel. Yeah, or you can bring your own car as well, like I've done today, and see what it's like to control your car. And you never know. As much as this is fun and it's very, very addictive, this could potentially save your life, because I lost it, because if you practice in your own car, it's a really good tool, and I think more Skidpans should offer that, because it means you get to experience what your very own car is like on a slippery surface. So when you're driving in winter, this time of year the roads can be pretty bad, and I've spun
When you drive in at this time of year and the roads can be icy, particularly up north, this could prove invaluable, because if you get into a sticky situation, well, hopefully you'll know how to control your car. So things like this, although they're fun and it's a good experience to test your driving finesse, or the lack of it, it's going to sound a bit corny, but it could be life-saving. You never know, because it's all about learning how to control a car, and I've got massive understeer. There we go. So yeah, so it's been a fantastic morning. Had great fun sliding about. I'm still having great fun. Oh, look at that. I thought I'd lost it. It's been fantastic fun, guys. I hope you really enjoy the video. Well, I must confess, I don't think there's any way you can enjoy the video as much as I've actually enjoyed doing it, because it's been absolutely fun. And yeah, like I say, I'm slowly getting the hang of it, but we are almost at an end, of course. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done already, please subscribe. But until the next time, I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Lesson over, class dismissed. Oh, for